I'll be back, Monica.
Molly in that whiskey, that's Monica Lewinsky. 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 It'll make up. Word. Monica.
Bill Clinton says he'll only tax the rich to pay for his campaign promises. But here's what Clinton economics could mean to you. $1,088 more in taxes. $2,072 more in taxes. 100 leading economists say his plan means higher taxes and bigger deficits. $1,191 more in taxes. $2,072 more in taxes. You can't trust Clinton economics. It's wrong for you. It's wrong for America.
So I saw the debate last night, and I just got one conclusion: it's all George Bush.
I still have a lot of confidence in my president.
I feel we need Bush to keep us from a big spending Congress.
I don't trust Clinton.
The man says one thing and does another.
First he denies it, and then he says, well, maybe it happened. You can't trust him.
Clinton gets in, what we're going to see are more taxes.
One thing that's got me definitely for Bush is I remember what happened the last time we did things the way Bill Clinton wants to do them.
To pay for his increased spending in Arkansas, Bill Clinton raised state taxes, and not just on the rich. He increased the sales tax by 33%, imposed a mobile home tax, the beer tax. He assessed a tourism tax, created a cable TV tax, supported a tax on groceries. And now, if elected president, Bill Clinton has promised to increase government spending $220 billion. Guess where he'll get the money?
The world is in transition. The defining challenge of the 90s is to win the economic competition, to win the peace. We must be a military superpower, an economic superpower, and an export superpower. In this election, you'll hear two versions of how to do this. Theirs is to look inward. Ours is to look forward. Prepare our people to compete, to save and invest so we can win. Here's what I'm fighting for. Open markets for American products, lower government spending, tax relief, opportunities for small business, legal and health reform, job training, and new schools built on competence, ready for the 21st century.
The following program in the History Channel will be about 1990s politics. We'll be talking about the Cold War, the Persian Gulf War, the Lewinsky scandal, and many more.
The West won't contain communism. It'll transcend communism. It will dismiss it as some bizarre chapter in human history whose last pages are even now being written. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Sign the first agreement that will eliminate the entire clause on U.S. and Soviet nuclear weapons. We have made history.
Please have a seat. So now I just want to talk about our past relationship. I hope we can resume that.
The war has been vicious.
It has been vicious. But I feel like, since we killed you, I hope we can continue our past relationship and forget everything that happened.
The only thing you've killed is our body. Our spirit is still alive.
And I'm sorry. But I really wish we can continue our past relationship. Please.
I'm sorry. My people are dying. We surrender.
Since you surrendered, because we...
Just accept the surrender.
I'll accept the surrender.
All right, so no more bombs for the USSR.
No!
May I have the pen, please?
Is this a joke? But I accept.
Over. Thank you.
I'm glad we can reach an agreement.
Yes.
Does your detergent give you impeccable clean in the washing machine?
Not really. Tough palette stains don't go even after 2 to 3 washes.
Whirlpool, the world's leading washing machine manufacturer, will answer this. Vice President Maurice Kumar.
The answer is the right detergent. We want you to get the best out of your washing machine. That's why we got several tests conducted and found that Ariel removes stains from deep down in the first wash, which ordinary powders can't do even after 2-3 washes. This test convinced us that Ariel gives impeccable clean in the first wash. That's why Whirlpool recommends Ariel. Because it doesn't take 2 to 3 washes to get the stain out. So clean in the first shot.
Machine wash or hand wash, demand the impeccable. Demand Ariel.
From your hair.
Stuck with hair you can't manage? Nutrisheen from Parachute. Instant grooming formula. 100% non-oily with natural coconut protein that nourishes your hair.
Shake it loose and
Nutrisheen. Instant grooming formula.
Living, breathing, beautiful
मेरा तो किसी फंक्शन में जाने का मन ही नहीं होता था। उठते बैठते अचानक ज्यादा गीलापन आ जाने का वो डर, पर अब उन दिनों में जिंदगी 100% बेहतर है विस्पर से। विस्पर में है ये अनोखी क्विक सॉप की परत, और इसकी ड्राई वीव अचानक ज्यादा गीलापन आ जाए तो भी फौरन खींच लेती है, वापस लौटने ही नहीं देती। अब मैं हर फंक्शन में कंफर्टेबल रहती हूँ, पहले या दूसरे दिन में भी एकदम सुरक्षित। विस्पर, अब ज्यादा साफ सुथरी सुरक्षा उन ज्यादा जरूरी पलों में भी।
Mikhail Gorbachev, born March 2, 1931, was the last president of the USSR. He was born to peasants in the Caucasus, only ascending the ranks of the USSR in 1982 when he was taken as apprentice by then leader of the USSR, Yuri Andropov, in 1982. He attained the rank of General Secretary of the Communist Party in its first multi-candidate election on March 11, 1985. His role in the 90s only came into prominence when he was elected president in 1989, which along with his democratic reforms caused the collapse of the USSR and its communist regime on December 26, 1991. The collapse of the Soviet Union took place after a string of events that Gorbachev was involved in. It was first triggered by a kidnapping of President Gorbachev in 1991 by hardline communists. This in turn caused enormous protests to take place throughout the country, which provoked the kidnappers to order the troops to fire upon the protesters. The soldiers refused this order, which ultimately caused the disintegration of the contemporary communist government.
I mean to speak this evening of the changes that can take place in our country now that we can stop making the sacrifices we've had to make when we had an avowed enemy that was a superpower. And now we can look homeward even more and move to set right what needs to be set right. A roll call of honor. We will speak of those things. I will speak of those things. But let me tell you something. I've been thinking these past few months. It's a kind of roll call of honor. For the Cold War didn't just end, it was won.
Chase. Enforcement of race taxes on working families. We can deal with our budget. Community America should be we alliance.
Was informative. Monica? Oh, there you are, Monica.
12 seconds later.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Why love you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop you lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me.
I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
Good evening. This afternoon in this room, from this chair, I testified before the Office of Independent Counsel and the grand jury. I answered their questions truthfully, including questions about my private life, questions no American citizen would ever want to answer. Still, I must take complete responsibility for all my actions, both public and private, and that is why I am speaking to you tonight. As you know, in a deposition in January, I was asked questions about my relationship with Monica Lewinsky. While my answers were legally accurate, I did not volunteer information. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not...
Got him!
It was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. But I told the grand jury today, and I say to you now, that at no time did I ask anyone to lie, to hide or destroy evidence, or to take any other unlawful action. I know that my public comments and my silence about this matter gave a false impression. I misled people, including even my wife. I deeply regret that. I can only tell you I was motivated by many factors. First, by a desire to protect myself from the embarrassment of my own conduct. I was also very concerned about protecting my family. The fact that these questions were being asked in a politically inspired lawsuit, which has since been dismissed, was a consideration too. In addition, I had real and serious concerns about an independent counsel investigation that began with private business dealings 20 years ago. Dealings, I might add, about which an independent federal agency found no evidence of any wrongdoing by me or my wife over 2 years ago. The independent counsel investigation moved on to my staff and friends, then into my private life, and now the investigation itself is under investigation. This has gone on too long, cost too much, and hurt too many innocent people. Now this matter is between me, the two people I love most, my wife and our daughter, and our God.
It went something like this. Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the slapping the went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there, cold shooting some hoops. A car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling Kilo G. He rolled down his window and he started to say,